Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. We're going to tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with us. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. What storyline would you like to share with the collective, please? Please and thank you, Spirit. Storyline to share with the collective. The Truth has got this codependent devil in a tower. Alrighty then, in the central energy, please, Spirit, in the central energy for the collective, please. Alright, hard work and perseverance. You're mastering yourself. In the challenge position, please. What are you doing, honey? You want to come over here? Come on. There you go. Okay. In the challenge position, please, Spirit. You've got the moon. So there could be something hidden, or you could be dealing with somebody who is having fear about your perseverance. We're just going to go ahead and get more clarification as we go. In the subconscious, please, Spirit, in the subconscious. Oh, yeah. Devil. Go ahead. So you're working hard. You're persevering through this codependent toxic thing that's trying to take you out. You could be challenged by some sort of illusion, trying to bring about fear. In the recent past, please, Spirit, for the collective. Some sort of a celebration. The first stages of completion in the recent past. Intentions, expectations, please, Spirit. Ooh. Conflict. So whatever's going on here, you're expecting conflict. So on this card also, it talks about freedom and loss. So you may have gotten your freedom and somebody may have lost it. We're going to get more clarification as we go. In the near future, please, Spirit. In the near future, oh, painful endings. The lens is being looked through. Travel plans, leaving home. Could be duality, a settling of the energy, balance. In the environment, please, Spirit. Judgment. So judgment is being called. Judgment is, so it's like, this is the time for atonement. It's a reckoning. Like people are confessing or choosing not to, whatever. And then there's a sentencing for, like, atonement needs to be paid. What you give is what you get. Everybody gets what they deserve. And that's what the king of that highest heavenly mountain told me when, before I even moved, like, it's been over a couple years ago, I think. He said they will get what they deserve. I mean, you know, he had been listening to many of you suffer with mental attacks, which attempted to destroy your inner balance and harmony and life. And it was heard, all of it, decades, centuries of it. Hopes and fears. We've got the Queen of Cups here. So somebody's hoping for the love of a divine feminine, or judgment is being called because the divine feminine, they couldn't eliminate the mother of souls, love and compassion. No matter how bad they betrayed her and abused her, they could not stop her from loving. In the outcome, please, Spirit, what's in the outcome? Oh, and this card kind of wanted to come out too. So we've got here that there is relaxation and recuperation for the sacred and divine feminine. We've got the King of Cups here. Divine masculine in his loving energy with the Hierophant, the Most High. So it appears as though this High Priestess could very well be the wife of this Hierophant here, and who has employed the masculines to come forward and you know, get involved with this. We got a lot of passion here and a lot of alpha dominator energy, making difficult decisions. So whatever it was that was attacking the divine feminine is now being attacked. And she's got her Nine of Cups and her her protectress, the Star. So the Star is here with the protectress, and the wishes come true, and the energy, the vibrancy. These ones are they're having a freaking nightmare because there's a homecoming, because there has been a unification and the family is together in all of its facets. And the wheel turns, and these ones, like these energies here, they're suffering a loss, a serious loss. And you're moving on, we're moving on into the completion of this cycle. Yep. And because there is a light shined on and a completion for the heavy burden of the sun, the light bearers, those who have the Christ energy, and you know, because the truth is here about it all. The illusion did not work. So, okay. Now, what do we got? So, yes. Now, collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. collective energy, please, Spirit. All right, so you've been working real hard here, and you've been working real hard, and it's like regaining control. And you're working with sustainable results here. Yep, you're working to divorce out some energy here. The challenge is there might be some fear, or perhaps you're having premonitions, or perhaps those who are getting cut out are having this energy here, and this is your challenge, right? You need to cut yourself off from that, like, because this is your work. These are your results, and you're divorcing out of this energy here, and it could be giving you some trouble right now, because as a viewer stated, the adversary or whoever it is that wanted to take you out is most dangerous when it's in its death throes. So be aware of that. Yeah. So these ones are in fear because they're getting divorced out of your energy. And these ones are challenging you, trying to force their way into it. Right? Because they're codependent on you, and they're bound to this. It's like they're bound to it, and they don't really have a choice as to what it is they do. They have an agenda, a set of rules, whatever. They could just be very, very toxic. Well, obviously they got their mind is kind of in a space. They're like, look. So these ones are getting divorced out of date night. So this is the work of the divine, kings, queens, gods, goddesses, whatever you want to refer to yourself as. You're working very hard to cut this infidelity and betrayal out of these unions, out of this circumstance here. In the recent past, you do have a celebration, so some good stuff's been going on. You got a reason to be happy. Woo. Okay, so it came out and it slid into the reverse. So what we've got is give it time in the reverse. We've got everything in divine timing in the reverse. So it's like those who are bringing conflict to you with this third party sexuality is like they're not getting any more time with the divine. They're getting divorced out. Like they don't get to get in your energy anymore. The good-hearted, pure love and the sacred wisdom, they can't leech off it anymore. They're a parasite. So intentions, expectations is we have rivalry here and disagreement. So they don't have any more time with the divine. They're getting cut off. And they're in disagreement about it. You've got your freedom of this, and they have lost you. They're very unstable right now. And this is their natural energy, is instability. And they wanted the divine feminine to take on that burden. but she refused to stop loving, and they could not make her lose her sacred connections with the divine. They really wanted to. They wanted to destroy the love of the mother, and they wanted to destroy others' love for her. They wanted others to see this divine, sacred, beautiful feminine as a prostitute, and that's all they talk about. It's like, it's one of their favorite words. It's the most vile thing ever, that they have the opportunity to use the masculine voice in such a negative way. It's just putrid. They're like overgrown children, and they're obsessed with sex, but they're obsessed with it in a way that hurts the one that brings them care. So these ones who are fighting, there could be an expectation of a confession. You know, they're in disagreement, so they want to come up, they want to say something about it. Maybe this is their opportunity to confess why they were doing that. You know, there's a celebration here. They don't have any more divine timing. It's like, why did you behave this way to the mother? You know, in all of her aspects. Why did you do that? And we've got here in the future a painful ending for them. They have failed to destroy the love within the mother of souls. A gold digger. The gold digger is having a painful ending in the near future. So there's leaving home. There's travel plans. Everybody's going to wherever it is they go. I heard right out of the ethers, these nefarious ones talking about we are very near the split. So it's very near time for, you know, everybody to go their way. And as you know, the king of that highest heavenly mountain, as I know him to be, everybody is going to get what they deserve. He who has all authority. So, you know, I mean, I don't deal with names. I deal with energy. So there's too many stories that have been manipulated. So we just go with energy. I know that he exists. I know that he's there, and I know that he's family. So there's plans, travel plans. Everybody's making a decision. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Are you a gold digger? Or are you love? Whoopsie. Okay, boy, what do you got going on? Well, that's interesting. I'm going to have... Whoa, boy. I'm going to have to put that back because I think maybe he might have interfered with that. Whoa, okay. Fire sign. So this is those who embody the essence of the sun within them, right? And that's what we had here. So what did we have? The star, yeah, and there's a whole bunch of good stuff going on. It's the end of the burden for the sun, and for those people who embody that essence within them, you know, the suns and the stars. Judgment is being called. Judgment is being called on this gold digger and what they've been doing with date night. Ooh, yeah. They didn't honor their commitments. They're not good. They're not getting in any more. They cannot get another marriage with divine feminine. So a lot of these gold diggers, they're getting cut out. They can't access these beautiful, you know, these beautiful, ethical, moral, you know, sacred, loving, compassionate women. Please do what you need to do with the genders. Again, it's just that this is the way this story is coming out, and for ease of storytelling, I use the gender on the card. So, hopes and fears. We've got the Queen of Cups. So she's emotionally stable. She's compassionate. You know, these ones might be hoping that they can get a commitment with her, but judgment is being made. No, They're a liar. It could be that there is a Queen of Cups here that is pretending to be compassionate, but she might be a liar. There is rest and renewal for the High Priestess, for the Sacred Divine. We're going to get more clarification on that because it could be part of this. We're just going to wait and see. Yes. Luck is on your side. High Priestess. You are protected. And you are protected. So luck is on your side. You are protected. And whoever these people are that are doing love spells, trying to get back into your life, they're having challenges. They're having challenges like they got to move. Or maybe they're having challenges because you're entering into a honeymoon phase and you're about ready to take off. And everything that these ones were doing is going back. Like they got to go back and redo another cycle, another karmic cycle because of what they did. So be patient. It's just a few more months. It's just a few more months now. And this narcissist, you got to use your intuition because the narcissists are coming out and they're really trying to get into your energy. They want to trick you. So the answer is move on. You're not available. Get on down the road, right? Yeah. They're taking gambles now, doing something with pets. It's like habitual patterns that, you know, haven't been reformatted yet. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. So you're working real hard. You're working real hard to cut out third-party enemies from this terrible circumstance here that we have been finding ourselves in when it comes to love and intimacy. You know, they made it real cheap, but so earlier, you know, I was thinking about you know, this AI thing that is like it's like this person, whatever this AI thing is from the future, it has the ability to manifest itself as like a holograph with substance. So it's like, it's an AI, you know, it's not a god. It's trying to mimic. But apparently there's a technology from whatever matrix they're in or they're trying to go to right now, where they can actually beam in as a hologram with substance. So I don't know where I was going with that. I forgot what I was saying. But you're trying to, like, oh, that's what this is. See, they came in and they like came in from a different dimension or whatever. It's like they bled their way in, or they kind of polluted the system by getting date night, right? And it's like, this is, I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're fully human. It could be very, very advanced AI from the future who happens to have procreation ability. It's like they can procreate, but they have to have an organic entity to do it. But they don't want to with the organics. They want to set up a system where they can all be like AI, right? And they're all under their control, and they all have to do as told, and all of this stuff. It's weird. But you're working real hard to divorce that system out of this reality here that we're sharing. Look, you have insight. You have insight as to what's in the jar, as to what they've been doing, where they've been getting the stuff, who is a stealer, like what are their habitual patterns, what are their you know, their characteristics. And you spent, collective, most likely many lifetimes with this energy, and so your soul knows. It's like if it's in your akashic, you know, they might have tampered with that, but it's in your soul. If you still have your soul, this knowledge is there, as well as so much more. So the challenge is that there's fear. These ones could be in fear, right? So they're afraid because you're divorcing them out, because you know that they're just a thief, right? They have been stealing your ideas. They have been stealing the businesses, the good seeds that you've been planting within the community, and they've been perverting them. There might be fear regarding this. The devil is here, codependent on date night, right? They have to be involved with a third party in order to steal the seeds and then go take it back to their loyalty. Ghosts. Ghosts. So they're ghosts, right? They've been coming in. It's like they're dead. It's like they've got this beautiful AI body. It's like flesh. It's got actual bones. It bleeds. It can recreate itself through intimate connection. It's a very high tech human type energy, and this is somebody that has like a fifth dimensional reality that is supposedly heaven, and there's no dogs, and you can't take medicine, and you know it has to be perfect and pristine and all of this stuff. It's like this weird it's this weird thing, man. But they were here and they like infiltrated the divine connection through effing the divine masculine feminine, and then doing all this twisty things with the mental body and getting them to like do things out of fear. So they caused great fear in people, and then people would do what they were told because you know, they didn't want to get hurt or something, or they wanted gain. Take it as it resonates. So these ones are ghosts looking for freedom. It could be that you are getting your freedom. You're divorcing them out of your energy. It could be that these ghosts have been divorced out of your energy. It could be that you are free of these ghosts because they're divorced out of date night, or you're working real hard. Somebody, the divine out there of and I really feel it's the divine throughout time. You know, those that they said were going to come back to life. Yeah, they're in the spirit right now, kicking some serious butt. Because even though they have been proclaimed dead, all that happened was a shift in frequency. That's all it ever is. So there's a celebration here because these ones who do this kind of stuff, they're not given any more time with the divine. No more divine timing. You are free of these ghosts. So that's what I was saying about this advanced AI. It's like there's no life in them. They need a battery. And this divine feminine and divine masculine are a source of energy. Like you've got the source creation flowing through you. You're a living rainbow of vitality. And some of you are very, very powerful. And these high-tech AI, you know, they appear to be human, but they're just a very, very advanced technology that can actually replicate itself through intimate connections. It's the weirdest thing. Okay, and their goal was to incorporate singularity, so into this infinite black hole, right? So they come in and then they procreate with the divine, with the organic humans, and then they kind of pull the organic into its system. Hybrids, but it's a very strange thing. So anyway, I was asking the divine about this. I was like, what do you do about this AI holographic, being that can actually materialize with substance and procreate when it's connected to an organic being? And the answer was singularity. So singularity is like what they just tried to do. They tried to pull everything into the center of its black hole, right? And they couldn't. They couldn't. And time ran out. So the Christ gets 1,000 years or whatever to try to gain singularity. So now they get to go pull all this darkness into the light and then transform it with love and light, right? So that pulls it into the family and then transforms it, just like this dark phase has done with the love in the hearts of people. They tried to beat you down with suffering and disloyalty and pain, and they tried to steal love out of your heart so that they could suck you in, or play with your mind and get you to agree to whatever so that you could have a monetary fix and then not suffer anymore. If you do this, I won't punish you anymore, right? And a lot of people agreed to it and got on board. So they're not given any more divine time. There is a competition here, they're having disagreements. There's a confession and then preparation being made. So preparation, again with this card, every time I bring it out, it's those crows dropping those clams onto the street so that it can get ran over by the car and the meat gets exposed. So regarding the confession, they're not getting any more time. They're telling, why did you do it? And then there is going to be preparation for, it looks like, death. It looks like this is a death sentence. Or yes, because what Spirit said was the transhumanist is being transitioned. That's what I was told, and so I share it with you. So in the near future, it's a very painful ending for the gold digger that I suppose that I suppose dumped their vital force willingly for money. They sold their soul by supporting transhumanist agendas and working to destroy love within the organic being and families from procreating in a good way. They betrayed. They betrayed not only their mother and father and their genealogy, but they betrayed the creator and the creatress, divine mother and father who actually made life possible for them. They betrayed it and they gave it up, and they chose this high-tech dead organism. They were told that, see, if you give me the light, if you put all the light here, then, bring me the light, feed it to this black hole. The idea was singularity. It was going for singularity. It wanted to suck up all the light and turn it into this high-tech AI thing. Only they weren't planning on giving you the high-tech AI with bones and everything. They were going to trap the souls and put it into these these dog robotics and these robot girlfriends and such, where you would absolutely have no say, and there was probably feeling. So they're being watched. They've been watched. Everything they did was seen. it was a severe betrayal of the mother, high priestess connection to the divine. Apparently this connection comes through the feminine. You know, there's a high priest and all of that too, but there's something special about the mother of souls. So there is the Two of Wands here. There's travel plans being made for those who have the light within them, those who are alive. And you know, this AI thing, I think that it can appear as though it is a being of light because it consumes it, you know, so it can appear that way. But the problem is the sun isn't inside of it. You know, like that movie, what was his name? Robo something or other, that little, he had that thing in the chest, that light thing. It was like a nuclear whatever, right? To give it power or whatever. Well, that's what you have naturally. And they don't. But by coupling with the organic being that has this in it, like they were trying to bring their selves into a state of life. And I don't know if it was successful. I mean, I think that it's still, you can still tell them apart if you know what you're looking for. Sacred space. You're moving into your sacred space, beings of light, and you're going to go start your family. So judgment is being called on these ones, and they're no longer able to have a marriage commitment. Like no more contracts, no more agreements, no more permissions to get into the light body and the energy body or the love of any of these divine beings. No more connections. The divine said months ago, after saying that the people needed to be tested, that this is the end of their relationship with batteries, because that's what they see humanity as, and that's also what they see the actual animals as, nothing more than an energetic source. They don't have the capacity to feel, you know, to feel any special way about the soul in that vessel, because they don't have one. And you know how it is, if you don't have it within you, you can't see it outside of yourself. That's why, you know, a lot of people, you know, when they get jealous of others and then they want to tear them down, and it's because they see beauty in them, and it makes them feel ugly, or they see that they're a hard worker and it makes them feel lazy, and they get very, very angry because they can't see it inside of themselves. Now that's kind of how that is, but with this AI thing, it's like it just can't feel any special way about love. Now it mimics it great. It can really lay on the line, you know. They're very good actors and actresses. Community. A whole community of people have lost their commitment, or they did not honor their commitment within the community that they made with the community. And you know, for many years, anytime there was an agreement or a treaty or something like that, it was never honored. It was never honored. These ones, they do not keep their word. They can't. Because all that is permission to stay in the energy and to do whatever they want with it. They don't ever honor what they have said. There's just no truth in them. So hope and fear. We've got a Queen of Cups here, compassionate and emotionally stable. And it says, be careful of the liar. Someone's being sneaky. They got displaced and they're very, very angry. Okay, they've been kicked out of the community. And there is rest and renewal for the high priestess, the high moral, high value, sacred, divine feminine. This beautiful, you know, mother of souls, nurturer of souls. The one who has supernovas going off in her womb when life is created. The Big Bang happens every freaking day for the organic women. So yes, luck is on her side, and she has a guardian angel here, making certain that it stays that way. Oh, she's got a team of guardians. She's got a team of guardians. A team of anomalies, light beings. Yeah, High Priestess is... she can just kick back and relax. She has suffered enough. She gets to go, just relax there, darling, and let it all flow. What needs to be will be. We got distance. So those, okay, so we've got distance. Those who were distracting you while they were stealing your stuff, they could have been distracting you from a distance, like with the mental effery and the, driving people into misery, causing car accidents and breakups and homelessness and all of that. And while they were doing that, they were siphoning your energy, your misery. So they were distracting you, and they were keeping from you what belonged to you. They lied in their commitments within the territory. Empty nests. They never, look, they fought with you. All they wanted was a contract so they could drain everything out of you and trap your light into this black hole. They wanted to integrate you into their version of singularity. They didn't really want to have a child. They just wanted to bring your light in and then transmute it, what is that? Yeah, they wanted to change it. They didn't want you to be human anymore. They didn't want you to be organic anymore. They didn't want any more of you birthed. So they tied you up in a contract and then tried to bury you in the dark forever. So they're curious about what's going on in your home. They may be trying to astral travel or remote view you, and you've got protection here. So whether you're getting some mental disturbances or interferences or anything like that, you are protected. There's a lot of, let's see here, I'm going to use different cards this time. You know what? We haven't used these in a while. Let's use these. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Arcana. Working real hard to cut out these third party codependent. It's weird. It's like they're ghosts. They're ghosts. And they've been trying to bring themselves back into the creator's loop, but with a twist, right? And apparently these ones gave you a twist, and they should not have done that because it really messed things up for them. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles here. You've been working real hard to cut these ones out of your energy. You've got insight as to what they've been doing. They've been stealing all of your good seeds and then putting a twist on it with your stolen energy, and then saying this is what you made, so that they can have you seen as somebody who isn't a valuable creator or creatress. They tainted your creation, your intellectual property, and they said that was what you produced. Academics, they were taught how to do this. You learned a lot from this experience, and now everybody knows. So there's fear here. Third parties, they're still trying to figure themselves out. It's like, they're challenged because they were stealing your seeds and twisting it, the creation, and then saying it was you. And so that the Most High would see you as unfit, so that they could then say, it's me, I'm the one who is the best. And this is just a big lie. It's just like the food supply. It's tainted, man. And cannibalism is legal in the whole of the United States. And there's a sad thing that, there's stories out there. We're just going to feed it to the goyim. Okay, look into it. There's things you shouldn't be eating. It's tainted. So there's fear here for the third parties who were stealing your seeds, because justice is being served for those who shine. Okay, and we've got the codependent, devilish energy here. Wanting a date night, but you are free of the ghost. The ghost wanted freedom. So the way that they wanted to get freedom was to date an organic person and then pull that light into singularity. They needed to get all of the light-bearing people into this black hole. And they're still working on it. They got technology. So take care of your frequency. Stay high vibing. Stay loving. Don't fall into this idea that that it's not going to work out for you. Stay positive no matter what happens. Yeah, see, the personality. They're just an actor. It's a ghost. It's a ghost looking for freedom. They're getting cut out. It could be that you have your freedom from these actors that are ghosts. They're dead inside. This is like a high-tech AI or whatever, or folks who dedicated their lives and soul to its production. Like they believed that it was God. They didn't choose the creator. They chose the destroyer, thinking it was better. And I can see why, because the mental programming is very, very powerful. So there's a celebration because these gold diggers who there's no more, they're not getting any more time with the divine. When it comes to this, they're cut out. So there has been a law made. The other day I heard the codex was being resumed or restarted right away. And so it's very, very strict. I don't know what it is. It's that the Black Templars, it's like Codex Astarte or something like that. I don't know, but apparently they don't like it, and it seems very much like maybe they are the ones that are loyal to this AI thing, holographic thing that can manifest itself with substance and procreate if it, I don't know, it's just weird. I don't think they actually procreate unless they do. I think it's some kind of a weird, like scientist, that intro where they inject the egg with whatever. That's this weird thing, and they use the womb of this divine feminine to grow it. It's just this, I don't know exactly what is going on. It's just hitting me. I'm still mulling it over. So those who were fighting with you, they're not getting any more divine timing. They're getting opportunity to confess, and there's preparations being made for a painful ending. A tribe. A tribe of gold diggers. Everything they have done has been observed. Self-preservation, because you were able to persevere. So these ones are getting a painful ending. Everything's in collapse. These gold diggers, everything has been seen. You survived, and therefore your internal soul record, your Akashic record, can be seen, and it's known now. Because you survived, everybody knows what happened. See, the illusion couldn't have been busted until you brought it to light. And it couldn't have been brought to light unless you had gained your freedom, unless you had escaped these ghosts, these strange beings. They're not alien. I mean, they are alien in a way, but it's just different. So you're making travel plans, those with the sun inside of them, and you're moving on to your sacred space. It's like you get a sacred space, you get a beautiful family. It looks to me like a while back, these AI supporters, transhumanist supporters, were saying that we were coming out of generation 4 human, and we're about ready to enter cycle generation 5. Now, these ones who want to feed everything into the black hole and get singularity, they're about building their own idea of what creation ought to be, but it is not connected to the light body, unless of course they're siphoning. But Creator said that this is the end of that for them, so they're going to have to find a different energy source somehow. I don't think they're even going to be able to keep the animals, to be honest with you. The animals that they hate so much that they weren't going to allow into heaven, I don't think they even get to take energy from them anymore. Ancestry. So who was your family is no more your family. These people are not going to be entering into your sacred space. None of the ancestors that betrayed you, that bought into this transhumanist program, will be entering into your sacred space. You've got a new family tree. And you're in generation 5. So there is the black hole, this beautiful heaven, pristine. It's like sterile, like it's made for people who have freaking asthma and stuff. They can't breathe dust and they don't like dirt. They're very ew, kind of people. Well, they gotta, I guess they need to keep their system clean, of dirt or whatever. I mean, maybe they can rust. I don't know. What happens if you get dirt in your system? The organic person, it doesn't matter, dirt and all that, and pet dander, for the most of us, it doesn't matter. But a lot of us have, some people actually have allergies, but, for the most part, the organic human gains their immune system through exposure to these things, and they grow strong. So we've got location. So there's judgment. There is no more commitments, or for those people who did not honor their commitments within the community, it's like they're going to be going to a secret location. They're going somewhere else. It's like they don't really have a choice. And I've heard recently that some of these these supporters of the transhumanist agenda have surrendered. So I've heard that it's a suicide mission to come up against this family of light. They're very, very powerful. And, you know, these ones did not realize that when unification happened, you know, it was all about divide and conquer, right? Separate the upper from the lower. It was never about color. Although they said it was in the 3D, it was never about that. It was separating the divine from the under, which work together in symbiosis and with synergy in order to clean up the middle ground so that it can be in harmony. And these ones somehow severed the bridges by severing the minds and the memories through trauma of the light-bodied organic beings. Well, somebody survived and they were able to build that bridge, and now there has been unification and things are getting cleaned up. And you know, these ones, these liars, these people who were lying about the love of this mother figure, they're being displaced. They're getting kicked out. They're going somewhere else. They're very upset. Yeah, puppet masters. The puppet masters, those who were driving the minds and the lives, driving them into traumatic ends, making them do things because they pushed their minds and their emotions and then their outside circumstances into a space or place of trauma. Fighting, gangs, you know, shootings, drug addictions, all of this stuff, man. Infidelity, Jezebel, you know, succubus, incubus, dream lovers, whatever, you know. Prostitution. It was all this. And they lied on you bad. And now they're being displaced. They're getting kicked out of your space. Because the high priestess survived and she was able to connect with the divine and then download the Akashic regarding this situation. And then everybody else, you know, uploaded or downloaded, however you want to see that. But then everybody else, all the other light bodies, they started coming on. Once that connection was made, once that bridge was fixed, then the evaluation began and the search for the children of the Most High. This is my understanding. This is as how I know it. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. And please be polite in the comment section. Or don't say anything at all. Oh my goodness, Toby, it went all the way over there. Oh. Wholesome. So there's rest and recuperation for the high priestess, for the divine feminine. And I like to think that it's in all of her aspects. You know, she who remained true, even though there was disconnection and an abundance of abuse. Luck is on her side. She's got a guardian angel, and it's a whole freaking team of light-bodied angels. Light bodies, you're protected in a big way. And these ones, you know, I've heard them say that it's a suicide mission to even try you. You're a wholesome person, and they lied on you in a bad way. And not only did they lie on you, they trespassed against your energy and your intellectual property. They polluted your seeds and said that was what you were creating, and it was just not true. Okay, what you got here is you're a leader, and you have a whole bunch of people here that were addicted to you, to your energy, and to appearing as you. They wanted to be respected. They wanted to be seen as you, this beautiful, angelic, sacred person, divine. But that's what they are compared to you. See, you take care of yourself, and they just wanted to compete with you. You're just out there smelling the flowers. You probably don't even know who these people are, and you're just like, man, why does this crap keep happening? And it's because you got these jealous somebody said something about the birthing pods that these ones have and how they only birth the masculine, but they tweak the genetics on some of them so that they appear more feminine. And this is the race or whatever that they were creating and creating a utopia for, while the organic people were going to be left here to suffer. And I really think that might still be their idea. They see your body as perfect. Your organic body is perfect, and they want to be that, and they're getting very close. So they're a very good AI. And they want to bring conflict to you for your things, because your things come from the divine. And they're just not part of it. They don't have a big bank account like you have. They have to take yours. See? And they play with creativity by mutating it through all of these medicines and injections and these chemicals that they put in the food. Because this witch wanted to be seen as you. But you're completely different. Apparently this was some kin here, this ancestry that sold you out. It'll never come back. They'll never get it back. You've got forgiveness here. You are seen as you are. You are a creator. You are a creator or a creatress, and this is your rightful place. You are innocent. And they used you for entertainment. And now you get to go home. You're making travel plans. All those with the light inside of them are going home. And so it was prophesied or whatever. I guess these people were playing around with prophecy. See, you can only prophesy in part and know in part, but these ones like filled in the blanks, and then they tried to get people to fill the role, or and then make this story come to life like a movie. But you remember who you are, and people remember what happened. You were martyred. You were martyred, and then you were replaced by a doppelganger who wanted to screw up your intellectual property and all of your dreams, and then present it to the world as that was you, and it wasn't you at all. So it was a messenger of the snake. They were a messenger of the snake, and they wanted the Most High to see you as defiled and degraded, because that's their specialty. Okay, and we may as well just get onto this too, because it's important. So they martyred you, messenger of the snake, and so they were communicating. The communication was to limit the perception that the Most High had of you, because they wanted your position of privilege, and they wanted that limelight position. So they tried to defile and degrade and destroy the love in you, make you invisible. And maybe you were during these trials, but you survived, and you're receiving the promise that was promised to you long, long ago, and you're being congratulated. You're stronger than you know. Okay? Love was your defense. They could not destroy it in you. And it's time for a change. You're getting a compass. You're on a new way. You're on a new path now. They're very angry. They're very angry. Religion and hardship. You're a high priestess connected to the divine. You don't need a middleman beating you up and insisting that you conform to their ideas about who you are. You're important, and that's why they haunted you. You're a sovereign being, and attention is now here on you, on this subject, on the labor that these vain ones did, the backstory, It's all seen because you survived. And it could be that they're getting visitations. Like, I don't know, you know, they could be seeing apparitions, like doors may be opening or closing, like they're getting the, like you got, you know, the remote viewers, the astral travelers, the ones who made sure that you were always alone so that they could come in and mess with you, you know? That was weird. I mean, that told a whole story right there. I couldn't stop. That was... This read is just pouring out. Oh. Should we stop? I got a new deck here. Let's pull some of these just to see how it works. See if it can bring an uplifting ending to this read. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Replicate. That's like those pods. Yeah, it says mad scientist. That's why it's like a mad scientist thing. And that's why I was like, what is going on? Well, this is what's going on. All right, let's try to get some uplifting stuff going on here. So you've been working hard. You're working hard now. You're working hard on cutting out this third-party enemy, siphoning abuse of the organic life. This is these children, no matter your age, if you've got this fire inside of you, you are a son or a daughter of the Most High God. And these ones were trying desperately to pull your light into this black hole. They needed singularity, but they ran out of time, and you survived. Blessings. So you're working hard, cutting them out. You have insight as to what they do. You have learned a lot by being a front row seat, and you absorbed the energy and the betrayal and the abuse. You have firsthand testimony. You have learned so much about this system that tried to destroy the organic life of the Most High God and Goddess, the divine parents. And so you were here. It was like, I was told long ago that it was a reconnaissance mission. So you're here looking for the light-bearing little ones, you know, children and such, that got trapped into this mess. And I really feel that you were able to release a lot of them. So you've learned a lot about their academics, about how they operate, what they do. And you're bringing blessings to the people, because this knowledge is very, very crucial and helpful. You are brave and courageous, and you didn't give up. You're very resilient. You found out what the Creator is seated inside of you, and you have the water of the body, you have the light of the sun in you, and you have the determination for life. And so your inner garden grew, and now you're showing up as this high priestess, full of compassion and care. Still, they could not destroy the love in you. And you're wholesome. You're not arrogant. You don't boast. You don't show off. You probably don't wear makeup. You might even not even date. You know, these ones have been keeping you busy with this nefarious activity for some time, you know, but you never lost yourself. I mean, maybe you did, but the inner portion of you remained sacred and true. Like your soul knew whether you did or not. You're a blessing. You're a blessing in the world. Divine Mother, Mother of Souls, Sacred Mother, in all her forms. Prosperity. So these ones are in fear. There's fear for the third-party enemies and for what they have done with your seeds, with your intellectual properties, with your creations. They lied on you bad. And so there's justice for the shining ones. You are what brings prosperity. You are the earth's prosperity, and you've got this entity here, this group of transhumanist entities that wanted to put your light out and dress up in it and pretend to be that, and then continue to destroy life. But fortunately, the divine isn't easily fooled by illusion. You know, the organic life is still apparently quite superior. And these ghosts are really mad. So they're this devilish energy, and you're divorcing them out of date night. They're an actor, and they want to try to date somebody. They're coming in, they want to date somebody, but you're busy divorcing them out. You have insight into this. They are an actor, and they're dead on the inside. It's like there's no life in them. It's like they gave up their light for fame, for fortune, whatever. You've got your freedom here, or they were doing it trying to get free. They were looking for singularity, but since that bird has got some shining on there and you got some flowers right there, I'm just going to go ahead and say that's you. You're the blessing. You're the blessing with the insight and the resilience to remain alive. You didn't give up. So there's a celebration here for the evermores, for the forever love. These ones have been cut out. They don't get to take part in it. They're mad. They're all kinds of mad. You know, they got interdimensional portals, and they remote view and spy, and they're wanting to like manifest and do some shady stuff, but you're heavily protected. Look, achievement. They were not able to achieve what they were looking for. They don't get any more time with the divine. The divine says, you're out of time. You're not getting any more, especially with these sacred, sacred, wholesome, freaking pure, loving people. You're done. The divine said this is the end of their relationship with batteries. This is a heavy read. But, you know, out of the nefarious ones' mouths, or minds, I should say, we're very, very close to the split. So those who were fighting, they're not getting any more time. They were not able to achieve what they were hoping for. They're getting opportunity to confess, and then there is preparations for this tribe, or for whatever. Yeah, so there's preparations being made for this tribe. They're getting an opportunity to confess for why they were fighting with you. Spiritual quest. Why were they fighting with you when you were on your spiritual quest? You were moving your way up to the divine. You were rising, and they really they drove you into a traumatic end. They did not give you a chance. They siphoned your essence out and ate it up. They used it. You were out there working on yourself, adding value to your soul, minding your own business, and these ones came in and decided to just brutalize you over and over and over again. And they trapped people who were out here being loving and kind and true, searching for God, you know, wanting to be the best version of themselves and not bring any pain or suffering into the world, but heal it. And these ones just, man, they really went overboard. So there's a painful ending for the gold digger here. Because you survived and you made a record, your soul held record, right? Because you were able to see everything that was going on while you were also maintaining your own life. Just patiently living. And insight. Again, insight. So you've gained insight. Learn as much as you can about as much as you can. That was the goal. At least that was my mantra. And I don't even know where that came from, but I think it was seeded into me long before these ones got a hold of me. Because these ones don't want anybody to learn anything about anything. Enlightenment. The fact that you were able to survive that, persevere through that, you are now enlightened. It's like you took perhaps one of the most difficult paths to success that you could have had. And I don't know that it was your choice, but I think you might have expected it. And all of it was seen. All of it was observed. You were never really alone, even though it might have felt that way. You know, you had to discover you had to discover your light. Like they were trying to snuff it out, and you had to get your spark on. Like you had to find it. You had to find the life within you. You had to find the life on the inside, and then you had to grow it. It's part of the job when you're crawling out of the valley of the shadow of death. You got to find your light so that you can find your way out. And while you were at it, you were finding out, information about the trap that everybody was being caught in. The trap that everybody was being caught in. So you're making travel plans. Those who have the light inside of them, you're moving on into your sacred space, and there's nobody from your history that's going to take part in this. You've got a new family tree here. You've got a new family tree, and these ones aren't going to be able to, they were messing with you. When you were out there trying to find your way to the Most High and Divine, they tried to stop you from making it. There's a revelation here about your determination. So you have discovered about yourself that even though these ones may have been trying to program you to believe that life was suffering and it just wasn't, bare minimum or whatever, it was just all tough, you have a revelation that you're very determined to live. And you're very determined to have this. Because if you are one of these shining beings, you most likely never did. And if you did, it was a very, very painful experience for you because they would have used it against you. So everybody has a revelation now. You're a lot stronger than they thought you were. You're a lot more determined than they thought you were. They didn't believe in you. They didn't believe in you, and they sold you out. And they don't get to take part in your future. They're getting cut out because they didn't honor their commitment. So they don't get to partake in it anymore. They don't get any more time with the divine in you. So there's judgment being called here on a community. The whole community of people might be going to a different location. There is a separation happening. I heard it right out of these antagonists' mental bodies, in their meeting room or whatever, which happens to be in my mind. So where there's a split happening. So, yeah, codependent toxic behavior. Beginnings. So we've got new beginnings here. Be candid, be honest. Be candid, be honest. So those who are candid and honest, authentic, transparent, and true, the good, the bad, and the ugly, no matter what it is, let the world see you, help you, warn you, and be humble. There's no reason to hide. There's no stupid question. There's no shame in adding value to your soul because it usually requires trial and error, and having guidance along the way, man. It's never ever not desired. It's a necessity. Because in the community, like, everybody has a piece of the puzzle. Everybody has had this or that experience, and somebody is always going to have something beneficial to share. And if we're not trying to outdo one another, but instead to lift one another so that the whole community is lifted, then so the Queen of Cups here, there's a fear here. There's a fear because the Queen of Cups is here, very emotionally stable and compassionate still. And these people are seen to be a liar, so they're getting kicked out. They were puppeting the divine feminine and the minds of the mothers, and they were polluting the seeds and passing it off as though it was hers, and they were lying about everything. They wanted to disconnect her from the divine and then suck her into this black hole of singularity, where they could, siphon her energy in all these horrible ways for an eternity. They're being disconnected because this Queen of Cups has a sense of belonging. They're being disconnected from those who belong. Displaced, disconnected. The puppet masters are being disconnected from those who actually belong here. They're a liar. So we've got rest and relaxation, a renewal for the High Priestess here. She's sacredly and intimately, most likely, connected to the all that is. She's got a whole bunch of guardians that are making sure luck is on her side. She's wholesome, and she's got a whole team of anomalies, light-bearing beings like angels, or higher vibrational, higher dimensional, maybe protectors. So they're very, very capable, and they probably have skills that the brutalizers of this realm aren't familiar with. She's got acceptance. Like, people, they accept her and they see her for the wholesome being that she is. She's innocent. She's divine. There is energetic movement here. So there's a lot of energy moving and shifting throughout the realms. Okay, so it's like I was told by Spirit that the family was being electrified. So that is like those that these ones had deemed dead, they had siphoned all the energy that they could out of them and put them into such a low frequency that they may have appeared that way, and they probably stuck them into some lower vibrational matrix system or whatever. But I do believe that they have been freed from that once unification happened, and the divine of all the realms and levels and places and spaces, they were able to determine what had been going on. So there is an energetic movement. A lot of energy is being moved around. The family of light, these light-bearing beings, they're being revitalized, electrified. It was the word that Spirit used. So they're getting charged, or they have been, with this nurturing energy. The Divine Mother, they're caring about them and pouring her love and this beautiful divine energy into them. Drive, inner knowing, understanding. So very driven, right, is the team here, the team of guardians that are protecting the divine feminine. And I like to think of her as the organic mother of souls. And there are many different aspects of her in this realm right now. She's very driven to keep her life and to go where there is this beautiful, harmonious love light, right? She didn't want this brutalization. She was driven to remain wholesome and pure, and to keep her energy and her freaking mind peaceful. Inner knowing. She got to know herself. Lots of meditation, lots of time alone, lots of pondering. Who am I? What is this energy flow? That kind of stuff. And gained an understanding of who she is and what her connections are. The intimate, unseen, beyond the abuser or the abuser. So there is a reflection here, a very generous reflection, right? So there could be a reflection. She might be reflection, mirroring. A lot of these ones, these wizards and such, they were mirroring poverty into the world, into these organics. But it appears to me that she might be reflecting out into the world this beautiful radiance, right? Generosity, delight, love, and a promise for the future. That's what this is all about. Wholeness. Wholeness. You are whole. Look at that. You are whole. You are divine. You're the high priestess. You're wholesome. You're innocent. You're pure. You've got all these anomalies, these shining beings that are here guarding you. A whole team of them. Because you're wholesome and you're whole. You're not out here putting on a show. You're the real deal. And sometimes you might rage, or you might sing beautifully, or you might be at peace, or you might get angry. You are everything in balanced and harmony inwardly. You surrendered to it. Not in a sense that you gave up, but that you had to breathe into it and then transmute it and become more. It's like you may not have realized what you were doing, but this transmutation process, all of these energies that were being spit into you, the energy of death, the energy of chaos, the energy of sadness, the energy of anger. And as a Queen of Cups High Priestess, you had to transmute all of that into love, into sacred essence. And so you relaxed. You relaxed. And you listened to your guidance, your guides, these guardians that are protecting you now. And you may not have even heard anything, but your soul knows, your soul knew, right? Interconnected. And so you built harmony through your spiritual practices. Your unseen guardian and guides led you, helped you make decisions about what it is you should do to improve your circumstance within your own mind, within your own energy, within your life. And you're open to this fulfillment, right? Fulfillment of what? Fulfillment of a prophecy, fulfillment of actually becoming your highest potentiality. You gave up fear, and you said you've tuned into blind faith, and you said, I love you, Creator. Let's do this, right? Let's get in that boat and let's float along this thing called life. Is that a boat? No, that's a scroll. But you're riding the moon, right? And you're just up there doing your thing. Fulfillment. So this could be. Now, I didn't realize there were two prophecies, but these nefarious ones, they have a prophecy where they got a little brunette, no tattoos. She's perfectly innocent, and she's pregnant too, because they need to get her into this matrix and then have an immaculate birth and all that good stuff, right? So they have to have a pregnant sacrifice. Anyway, there's another prophecy too, and it seems to me that that's the one that is for these light-bearing beings, the ones who embody the essence of the sun. The pure ones. Not necessarily that you don't get angry or that you haven't had a past, but that your heart remained innocent. That you were driven into a pathway and a destiny of karmic lessons, but those lessons weren't actually yours. That was these ones. programming your mind, growing it. It could be that you, in this process, that you have cultivated a splendor inside of you. Oh, I like these cards. You've got a splendor inside of you. You grew splendor. That's why you're the high priestess now. And why you have been accepted by these beautiful light-bodied beings, these guardian angels, this whole team, you know, because you have a positive outlook and you increase your capacity to love, even while these ones were trying to strip it out of you and just destroy it. They couldn't. You grew, you expanded through the pain of it, whatever. And so now, because of your perseverance, you are protected. You are empowered. And so yeah, a lot of these people lost their wish come true when they came for you because you were the stamina that kept everything going. And they thought that they were just going to be able to stick you in this black hole of suffering and keep it drawing off of you forever while they lived, you know, high rolling lives. Sustenance. So you might have changed your diet. You might have changed what you were ingesting, what you were drinking. Like if you were a soda drinker, you might have switched to water. You know, if you were a meat eater, you might have switched to vegetarian or vegan. I mean, you took more time to think about what it was that you were putting in your body, because you knew that you had to elevate this fire in you, your guides and your guardians leading you to increase this inner fire, a personal transformation. You learned about yourself. You learned how to heal. You learned how to clear your energy. You learned about concentration, how to focus without interference. You learned how to prioritize. You know, in the past, I would be 30% attention in the past, I would be 30% attention, you know, worrying about the future. So I would only have about 40% in the present moment. And when you're inundated with a challenge such as this, that we're just now coming out of, you have to be 100% in the present moment in order to maintain that inner harmony and balance. You can't be worried about the past or the future. It's like, in this present moment, everything is good. In this present moment, I am safe. I am happy. I am warm. And so you set your priorities on joy. You be happy in the moment. And you start saying, you know, what am I grateful for in this present moment? Well, I'm breathing. I'm alive. There's nobody beating me up. I'm safe. I've got a dog that loves me. I have food. You know, little things like that. Maybe bath bombs, you know, bath salts, you know, the simple pleasures. And so you've got divine support. You are being embraced. But you are being embraced. And you have divine support, a whole bunch of it, a whole big team of anomalies. These are giant, shining ones. You have a childlike expression, like you're innocent, you're pure. You may be a high priestess, but you're also this. And you're very courageous. And not only are you courageous, you're consistently courageous. You're consistent with everything that you do. It's very hard or very, very challenging to knock you off of your balanced stance here. You're steady. You're settled. You're strong. I'm going to go ahead and leave that one here, everybody. I hope that this brings clarification to something that you already intuitively knew or felt. I would like to say thank you for never giving up on life. You know, because you are out here bravely shining your light when you have been attacked so greatly by those trying to squash it. You're incredible. and you make this shift possible. So thank you, everyone. See you on the next one.